Good morning, Brother Lester. I have a question for you.
Hold on a second. Okay.
In the Bible said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. What are they speaking about? And what are the weapons?
Okay. So a lot of people don't understand Bible verses. You hear people quoting Bible verses, but they're talking from a religious point of view, from whatever doctrine or theory that they learned under, or they may be hearsay. Hearsay means that you hear a verse and you try to use it. You ain't really studying the Bible. Millions of people do that. Millions of people read from out of a book called The Daily Word, a little pamphlet with verses that people take out of the Bible that make you feel good. My mother used to read that on the train and stuff like that. So people take these verses and don't understand the text of the Bible, right? The nation of Israel, which were people of color, were killed by weapons of the heathen, swords, bow and arrows. We were in constant war. Okay, the prophets was killed. The disciples of Christ was killed. They were mutilated, hung, all these different things strung up on a cross. So these are the heathen that's coming against us. Also because we broke the Lord's law, the Lord let these nations take us down. Now, in the change now, when Christ comes back in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, he said, mortality shall put on immortality. So you're not going to be able to be killed if he's changing you from a mortal state to a godlike state. So you're not going to get diseases anymore. You're not going to think mental impurities anymore. That's why there's verses that tell you that in the change that's coming to us, the children shall be born righteous. They shall not commit sin. They shall not think of impure thoughts that, I think that I'm a woman or I think that I'm a man. You're going to know exactly who you are. So those are weapons that are here mentally, okay? Now, when the change goes down, the nation now is going to go back to being a godlike state that we were created for. So all you got to do to understand that is to go back to Exodus 19, verse 5 and 6. It tells you what we were created for. To further understand that, it says in John 10, verse 33, 34 and 35, Christ said, are you not gods? And to who I speak to, the Lord says that you are gods, but you shall die like men. How are we dying right now? Like men. Through drugs, through pain, through car crashes, through suffering, being killed by police, being killed by our own selves. Okay? So now we're not in a godlike state anymore. So now when the Lord changes us and we're getting ready to go back into battle now against these nations, no weapon that they form, swords, automatic weapons, nuclear weapons, no weapons that they form shall prosper against us, because we're going to take over the whole world and we're going to control the whole world. So you're not going to be able. Perfect example of that verse was Paul. When Paul and them got shipwrecked, there was a fire. So a poisonous serpent attached itself onto Paul's arm and bit him, right? And this is in the book of Acts. So when it bit him, now he just took the serpent, unwound it, and threw it away. So they thought that he was a god. The people that was around there from the shipwreck, they thought that he was a god. Like, yo, that serpent just bit him, and he just looked at it like, yo, you crazy. Moses was made a god in the aspect that the Lord said, I will make you a god unto Pharaoh. You will be more powerful. You'll be able to call down and do miraculous things that no man has ever seen. Moses is a black man of the tribe of Levi, which is the Haitians. Okay? So you got to understand that verse is not meant for now, because there's no man upon this planet righteous that they get shot or anything like Superman, like they're Superman, and now they're able to, bounce the bullet off. You understand? That's not what it's talking about. Okay, so anything happening now, you see any person, that's why the so-called Pope, That's why the so-called Pope, he's got to walk around in a what? In a mobile, a bulletproof mobile. Look at the presidents of the United States. They got to walk around in something called the tank. You understand? In a bulletproof, bomb-proof car, because weapons can hurt you in this time. But the nation of Israel is who the Lord is talking to. He's not talking to Christians or all these people in all their different religions. He's not talking to you. He's talking to the nation of Israel that shall be transformed, and they're going to be impervious to, when they go to war, they're going to be impervious to any physical pain and weapons. That's what that verse is talking about.